I'm in a good mood. Going on my vacation tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been getting paid all motherfucking day from clients. I'm in a good mood. I feel like jogging a mile right now before this review.
I
uh,
feel it.
who the fuck is this? Hell no. Y'all need to stop hacking me. Y'all need to stop trying to hack my new shit though. Fuck that. I click on the link, then y'all motherfuckers gonna take full control of my Instagram. Hell the fuck no, bitch. I think someone hacked Blocker's page and shit too.
That nigga
Niggas,
talking about the same shit. They you need this shit hacked.
nigga talking about can you send me your Instagram? Like hell no, nigga. Fuck that bullshit. I ain't falling for this motherfucking shit. Satan, get behind me. Let me stop. You said that motherfucker needs to be hacked. Damn.
Wow.
T talk about the same boring ass shit.
If it's not Tupac, it's Ja Rule. If it's not Ja Rule, it's Buster. I swear to God, some of these quote unquote hip hop heads be having one track minds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Niggas ask me, can you talk about Future? I'm like, hell no, bitch. I'm talking about no fucking drug rap and shit.
What? Not
That's
even if you
16.
pay.
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Hell no. Future. I can't listen to 17 tracks of mumbling.
Yeah. Ain't fuck with no future.
I know who I am. Okay, what's good, everybody in the chat? What's happening? Fucking pros is going down. Shit. Yo, what is up with this Jim Jones Pusha T shit, man? What is up with that shit? Is that even a
Jones a
comparison?
clown. He ain't fucking with Pusha.
Clearly not. Clearly not. No.
Like this nigga, he acting niggas that that nigga is funny, man. He said songs.
Who?
Is he serious?
Who you talking about, Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Hmm. Meanwhile, we haven't had a versus in like 8 years and shit.
Right.
I was watching Rain Man today. Hmm. I was watching the movie The Jerk today too. I love that movie with Steve Martin.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yo, the scene where Carl Reiner came out all cross-eyed, I was dead.
Right.
See, they can't make movies like that no more. They can't.
No, not even close.
Because too busy doing reboots and sequels.
Right. AKA House Party.
I still didn't watch that shit. I don't plan on watching that shit.
Man, don't I don't save me the trouble, don't.
House Party 4 was already bad enough.
Oh God.
I'm about to start this shit in about 5 minutes plus. Got some packing to do tonight. Want to give a shout out to the R&B representatives. Give a shout out to them. Shout out to Lachey. Y'all make sure y'all support tomorrow's like the last live stream she's gonna do until June. Y'all make sure y'all support her. Motherfucker. We end up watching them movies. Okay. If I see one more AI shit, I'm gonna scream. Kill AI English, bitch. Shit. You said yesterday that fight was disappointing.
Yep.
Shit. And everybody was talking about that fight.
Garcia was just hype. He was overrated from the start, though. He wasn't ready.
Okay, I'll start this shit soon. This can last 3 days. Alrighty. I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
Alright, what's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely day? This your boy Reg in the building. Reg still here, still got my hair. Got my homeboy Trial with me. What's up, brother?
Yo.
Alright, got my homeboy Mike in the building. What's good with you, Mike?
What's good, yo?
Alright. Today's review we're gonna talk about still on the artist Sundays, what I like to call this shit, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about motherfucking Shalamar with their 5th studio album, Go For It. released in August 28th, 1981 on Solar label. You guys should know up to this point, Shalamar features a lineup of Jeffrey Daniels, Howard Hewitt, and Jody Watley. This was produced by Mr. Leon Silvers himself. You know what I'm saying? Their Mango producer. It only came out with one single, "Sweeter as the Days Go By." That was the only single. So, so if I was to pick the most underrated Shalimar album, if you ask me, during the Howard Hewitt era, it will probably be this one. What's up, Kaya? It will probably be this one because I feel like this one gets sandwiched in between two other classic albums. Of course, the Three for Love album and Friends, which that's for next week. But what many people don't know about this album is the fact that this was recorded around the same time as Friends. However, while they were in the midst of making this album, excuse me, they were kind of going through some label issues because Solar Records was in the process of leaving RCA. And so they were in the middle of joining Elektra Records. But there was only one issue. It was the fact that Shalimar still owed RCA an album, and this album and Friends, like I said, they were recorded around the same time from one another. So they were trying to rush release the release of this album right here. You know what I'm saying? And the other songs they were just going to say for the Friends album. So with the label really having a lot of like personnel issues, you know what I'm saying, personnel transitions, it didn't really get that much promotion. As you can tell, it only came out with one single, and it kind of charted way below the Three for Love album that came out the year prior. However, however, like I said before, this album still has a lot of dope cuts. It's not like it was a bad album, you know what I'm saying? But then also at the same time too, Howard Hewitt's father, Howard Hewitt Sr., passed away in early January 20th, 1981, which is why this album was dedicated to him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And this was like around the time, you had like a lot more lead vocaling from Jeffrey Daniels as well too. Stay tuned on that. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, this is what the album cover looks like. Honestly, my favorite album cover from the group, if you ask me. I love like the Andy Warhol-esque kind of sketch, you know what I'm saying? Like the pop art kind of style. You know, this is what that cover looks like. This is what the vinyl looks like too. So yeah, you guys already know. I'm all about the physical. You guys already know that. So this album has 8 songs. Let's get this shit started. Track number 1, Go For It. Very, very, very great song in my opinion. One of my top 2 favorite songs off this album. You know what I'm saying? Surprisingly, this might be, as of now, the only song where Jeffrey does a lead vocal that's a favorite of mine, to be real with you. So that's going to be a big surprise. When I think of this song right here, it kind of gives me Earth, Wind, and Fire as kind of vibe, especially when it comes to like the instrumentation. You know what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if Jeffrey Daniels was even influenced by Philip Bailey with the vocalizing and shit like that too. Love those usages of the horns in this song too. I feel like this song is definitely a favorite of mine. Classic.
Nah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nah,
What did you like about it?
I don't like the whole album. I just think it's
Are
bad.
you serious? Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, I don't think this one.
What?
What big hits do they have on this album? I don't know none of these songs.
Sweeter as the Days Go By. That was like the biggest song, but it was a modest success. Like I said before, I can understand. Kind of, like I said, they rushed the album. You know what I'm saying? I personally love the album, but
He
I'm
rushed.
interested in this.
How would he
You
would
said what?
dedicated this to his father rolling in his fucking grave right now? He dedicated this album to him. Oh my god. He could have dedicated Friends
Oh,
or Three for Love.
oh, well,
This album?
mm,
This album? Come on, man.
I
I
wonder why.
don't know.
No
I
wonder
don't
why
think any of these songs were big hits from Shalamar.
they are not big hits, but in the fan base cherish it. You know what I'm saying?
This was the album that they gave the record label just to fulfill the contract.
Yeah.
This was not no good album.
Don't get me wrong. Friends is a vast improvement. We're going to talk about
Love
Friends
Friends.
next week, though.
That's a great album. That's the album we should be talking about tonight.
Well, originally this was supposed to have been a double review originally, but I feel like each Shalamar album with Howard Hewitt deserves a review on its own. But it's going to be an
This
interesting review.
album, you think this album?
Okay, what? Really, I got to hear your thing about this album though, but that's crazy.
It wasn't good. That's the thing. I don't. I thought it was boring. All of these songs are boring. There's nothing
You
good. I don't
punk,
feel nothing good
you
about it.
punk! It's sweeter as the days go by, my nigga.
No,
You know what? I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what? We're fine.
Take it
All
to the
right, all
bank.
right. Well,
Is Take It to the Bank on this album?
no, that was on the second album, my nigga.
Okay.
I was on the second. We talked about that. We talked about that weeks ago, Dartmouth.
I'm asking for Dartmouth.
Shit. All right. Track number 2, Appeal. Pretty good song. Again, Jeffrey Daniels wrote this one too, as well as Go For It. Yeah, Jody Watley doing the lead vocal on this one. You know what I'm saying? Love this record. Nice little early '80s kind of vibe.
No, I don't hear it.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Try. You're disappointing me tonight. You're disappointing.
I'm disappointed by the album.
All right. So you don't like nothing from this album, right? You don't like nothing.
No,
Oh wow,
nope.
Jesus. I guess I gotta give this album some justice. I guess. Okay. Great.
I don't like the album cover. Nothing about.
Oh, come the fuck
Yes, you
on.
should. I'm curious to hear why you think this album is so good.
Is it as good as Three for Love and Friends? No, it's not. Hell, I might put this album slightly higher than Big Fun. Maybe. I don't know yet. But
I didn't like that album either. That album is that album cover. What's up with their album covers? Why they doing like, bro? Their album covers are terrible.
I mean, I agree with you. That
Oh,
that Big Fun album cover was a no go. With
oh my
them
god, that's
riding
one
on
of the
fucking
worst ever. They got like fucking like SeaWorld fucking dolphins and like what is that? Oh my
Lord
god.
have mercy. Bro,
You knew an
okay.
album was fire when you looked at the album cover back in the day.
Now there's been some bad album covers, but the album still be fire and shit. But to each his own, different strokes,
A
different
good
folks.
album with a bad album cover. What album is that comes to mind?
You said what?
What's a good album that had a bad album cover? What's a good album that had a bad album cover?
Mm. Big Daddy Kane's
Classic
Prince
album.
of Darkness.
You didn't like the album cover for that?
He looks like he's just watching a woman die.
He watching her sleep or play with herself or sleep or whatever.
He's watching her do something, but I never liked that album cover. I love the album though. I never liked the
Shit,
cover.
it could have been worse. He could have been dressed up in a Dracula cape and shit and fangs. And then that would have been, you know.
Hell, I might cause some controversy. I love the Fat Boys' first album like a motherfucker, but I hated that album cover.
Is that the one where they have the food?
Yeah, with the donuts and everything.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting. I didn't like that.
Not this.
I was like, yo, I know they're the Fat Boys, but damn, come on, man. hit a treadmill or something. You know what I'm saying? It's oh god.
Simps.
It just when you look at it, it's like yo, I don't even want to eat no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It was repulsive.
right.
Sam said Cameron's Confessions of Fire. You know what?
No,
I'm not mad about
no,
that.
I don't like that album. That album was not
I
good.
don't like that album cover, but the album was okay. But
It had some joints, but it's not no great album.
okay. Moving on. Let me give this album some justice and shit. Yeah, Peel definitely has some good piano on it too. Track number 3, the final analysis. Again, we have Jeffrey Daniels doing his thing. It's said that Stephanie Mills also did some background vocals on this one, which not surprised because they were together at that time. You know what I'm saying? Nice little slow ballad. You know, usually when it comes to like the ballads, I most prefer Howard Hewitt, but of course Jeffrey ain't no Howard. But at the same time, he still did his thing on this one. No, or try, I guess.
Man, terrible.
This nigga said terrible. Track number 4, You Got Me Running, was Howard Hewitt and Jeff James Ingram. Nice vocaling by Howard on this one. This is definitely a nice track, like it.
Hmm. Okay.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Different strokes, different folks. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Track number 5, Sweeter as the Days Go By. Probably my favorite song off this album, next to Go For It. This one was like a fan favorite when it comes to the group. I love that beat, that dun 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 dun, bum bum bum. I love that fucking beat. Howard Hewitt definitely did his thing on this one. You know what I'm saying? I love the line when he says, "They can spend their money, but it don't mean a thing without the honey. If you know what I mean, because your kiss is taste of age, fine wine, and with the start of another day, you got me thinking your vintage is hard to find." You know what I'm saying? Just giving love to his girl. You know what I'm saying? Nice little song right here. I like it.
Okay.
It's a dope track right here. Would I call it one of their signature tracks? Absolutely not. But I feel like you'll get something from it.
Hmm. Okay.
Again, that's how you can say okay.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about it. It wouldn't be
Okay.
no song for me. I don't like nothing on this album. If I had to pick one, I can't pick none.
Respect. Well, at least you're being honest, because most motherfuckers will just say, "Oh, I hate this
Yeah.
track," but
They
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 wouldn't
like
even.
everything because it's trendy.
Yeah, man. But this is a funny review. Give me 1 second. All right, track number 6. Talk to me. Um, this one was okay. You know what I'm saying? Not only one of my favorites on the record, but it was alright.
Okay.
Track number 7, Good Feelings. Now, out of all the songs on this album, this might be the closest one I can see as another potential single. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it had all the ingredients to a great Shalamar song. Upbeat instrumentation, nice vocal harmony, sophisticated lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope track right here. An underrated Shalamar song, in my opinion.
I'll take your word for it.
And track number 8, the last song on this album, and probably Tri's favorite, Rocker. So when it comes to this track, I kind of say this is like their first stab at like the whole new wave sound that was happening in the early '80s, which we're going to talk more about that when we talk about those last 2 more albums. So this one was okay. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites. I feel like it's an important song just due to like the experimentation that they were doing in those next two albums. So I like it.
Nice.
Alrighty. Well, that's the end of this album. Overall, this album to me is a very, very, very solid album. You know what I'm saying? Compared to Big Fun, Three for Love, and even the upcoming Friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save my thoughts on the look. Don't worry about that. I feel like this one was like more of like a danceable album. Personally, I feel like if it would have had like better promotion, it would probably be more remembered more from a lot of people. I definitely love the fact that you had input from all the members of the group. You had, of course, Jeffrey Daniels. Which each album after Three for Love, he was definitely putting more of a stamp on when it comes to songwriting. Again, stay tuned when we talk about Friends next week. I will give this album a 4 out of 5. Very good album.
Okay.
Dartmouth gave it 2 mics. Did y'all really hear this album, or y'all just really just?
Right. 5 mics. What the fuck? Oh Lord.
Q, I don't know, Q. Sometimes you be,
Like he give everything 5 mics.
I don't know, man. But yeah, what you think, Try? What you think?
Thing is bad.
You think it's bad?
Yeah. Mike's. It's time to show your collection.
I like I promised, Mike. Yep, Mike's collection time. So
Damn, that was probably the quickest review y'all did.
Yeah. Thank God.
All right.
I need to leave Shalamar alone. Shit.
I like Shalamar. I love Shalamar.
They good.
All right, let's see what Mike got.
All right. So I'm gonna show off these first. So all right. So the first thing I'm gonna show off is, and this just came out last week, I believe. If I could turn my camera on, there you go. All right, so this is a classic 1983's Flashdance,
Mm.
and
Ooh,
this, yeah, this like the soundtrack of it is really good,
Mm-hmm.
and I know like some like a fair amount of people shit on this movie, but I like this movie for
Love
what
it.
it was.
Now that's a classic.
Yes, yeah,
Something good.
yes,
Jennifer Beals is still sexy at her age.
yeah. I agree 100%.
I don't. The one thing I don't like was they tried to make her look like a prostitute in the film.
Yeah, I know. What was up with that?
Like she was a dancer. Like last time I checked, dancing and prostitution was two different things.
Right.
well, it was the '80s, so shit.
But it's like they tried to make what she was doing like real slutty. Like she's dancing. You know,
Facts. Facts.
great movie.
Yeah. All right. So this next one that I have, and not a lot of people know about this movie. This is like director Walter Hill. This is one of his most underrated movie. It is Streets of Fire, and this is like a action rock and roll like romance like fable and stuff like that. This is like one of my favorite one of my favorite movies of the 80s. I think it's very underrated as a movie.
I don't think I've seen that. Who's starring in that film?
It has Michael Pere, Diane Lane, Rick Moranis.
Okay.
It has like a bunch of like people who have like small roles. Robert Townsend's in this
Oh
one.
wow.
Like he has a small role in this one.
Is it action?
Yeah, it's an action, kind of like an action like rock and roll fable, if you
Okay.
will.
Check that out.
All right, so this next one I have, this is like one of my favorite Humphrey Bogart movies. It's the Maltese Falcon,
Oh wow.
and this
Oh wow.
this one, I like this one, and it's probably one of his best movies. I feel, in my honest opinion.
I've never watched a Humphrey Bogart film.
The
I've
only one I
only
see Casablanca.
Oh
Is it
god,
good?
Um,
I don't. I
it's
don't. I
alright.
don't like old movies like that though.
I feel like it was too long though, but it was alright.
hmm
I watched it high with Aisha one time, so yeah.
good.
You watched it high. Key word.
Oh man,
We're always high, so that don't even matter. Shit.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to my baby, I love you. Huh? Yeah, don't be
nah,
laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me.
I like black and white movies. Don't get me wrong. I like some of them, not all of them.
Like I've seen black and white films, but they were like in the 50s,
No. Hmm.
or the 60s. Psycho,
Yeah.
the original Blob,
Yeah.
them. But I love a lot of people love Humphrey Bogart, and
Yeah.
he was. They say he's like a great actor. I never seen none of his films.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only seen like Maltese Falcon and probably one other one, but Casablanca. I haven't seen that like all the way through, so I don't know.
Is that a movie that could use a reboot right now?
Oh God,
No,
no, no,
no,
No remake.
no,
no, really.
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, one movie I definitely want to see is Citizen Kane. I definitely want to see that one.
That I've heard of. I never watched it either though.
Yeah, as long as a motherfucker.
Oh
You
man.
said Citizen Kane?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I need to watch that too, actually.
Hey man, if you want to do a review, I'm down, man. Shoot.
Shit, I got the movie too. I got it somewhere, but yeah, we could do a review on that.
Cool.
All right. Now I want to show you guys some heats. So this one album I have, I can't believe
Oh,
I'm saying
Got
album.
albums. Wow.
Album, yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh.
Uh, uh,
Wow.
the soundtrack, the original
Nice.
soundtrack.
Nice.
Yep. Um,
Classic.
yes.
Now this
Yes.
should have been the whole show right here. You know what I'm saying? We wasted 32 minutes on a horrible album.
Well, technically it was 15 minutes and stuff. Guys.
15? Oh,
Yeah, so
so longer.
Oh man.
This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Saturday Night Fever. I think, in my opinion, is one of the best movies. I think one of the best movie soundtracks of all time.
Yeah,
I agree.
In my
for sure.
in my honest opinion,
For
because you
sure.
have the Bee Gees and Casey and the Sunshine Band, Cool in the Game. I
More than
this
a woman.
you said what?
I was thinking more than a woman.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. This one, I like this one, and of course I have the movie too, so
Oh
might
yeah,
as well just get the soundtrack.
great soundtrack.
All right. So the next album I have is Jeffrey Osborne.
What?
This is self-titled, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah.
album. No, Mike
Yes.
is coming with the heat. Yo. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't need no light. That's one of my favorite songs on here. On the Wings of Love, that's a good one. Baby, that's another great song that I like of his. But yeah, this is a pretty good album.
On the Wings of Love. That was a huge hit.
Yes,
Yeah.
facts. Now this next one, I'm pretty sure everybody has it in their collection somewhere. It is Michael Jackson's
Oh
Thriller.
yes, that's a must.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Um, Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody in the
Yeah.
whole world
Oh yeah.
has it. Has
I
this
got
one.
I got like 4 copies of that album.
I
Yeah,
got 3.
Yeah. Um, yeah, this is a very good, very good album. One of the best albums of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, great album.
See, the next one I have is Gloria Estefan, Let It Loose.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Dope.
Yeah. Now I haven't really listened to this particular album yet, but there's a couple of songs that I remember on here that I really like. So yeah.
She's dope. I really liked her with Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah. And then I have this one, Prince 1999.
Nice,
Classic.
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for some more like Prince albums and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, again, I haven't really listened to this whole album, but yeah, yeah, I'm glad that I got this in my collection.
Great.
Let me see, I got about a couple more movies, well, a couple more movies I'll show. Okay, so this one, um, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Steelbook,
Wow, I
and
haven't seen that yet. That's
yeah,
the
I heard about that one.
Quentin
yeah,
Tarantino. Yeah,
Quentin Tarantino, yep, yep, all star cast: Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, yeah, like basically all star cast. I've heard nothing but great things about it, and you know what I'm saying, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan like Tarantino's work. Like I like his early works, don't get me wrong,
right,
but his later his later works, his most recent, and it to me is a hit or miss
right.
in my opinion.
I don't think I've there's a bad Tarantino film that I've seen. I think all of them were good. You know,
Let's see, and I got one more somewhere. All right, so this one is 310 to Yuma. This is a
that was good.
yeah, this one I haven't seen, but I'm not really a big fan of westerns like that. But
Right.
I saw the trailer of it, and it I'm gonna give it a chance. And plus, I
Hmm.
love the Steelbook too. The Steelbook
Yeah,
I think is nice too.
that was a good story. I saw that last year, and that's with what's his name, Christian Bale,
Yeah,
and I forgot somebody else was in that film with him.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, right? Yeah, Russell
Yeah,
Crowe's chasing him,
yeah,
and yeah, that was the story was good. That was a good film.
yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, that is all that
Great.
I have.
Dope collection, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Alrighty. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna stay on for another 15 minutes. If I'm doing a lot of moving, don't mind me. I'm just doing some packing. Dartmouth said, I appreciated that review, even though I didn't like the album. Well, that's nice. As long as y'all like the review, man, that's all that matters. Dope
I like I
selection.
like I like Mike showing off his collection. That's about it.
So next week is gonna be the Friends album,
A better
possibly
album.
our favorite album, possibly.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I think this week I'm just gonna do one review on Thursday because everybody's busy this week. The R&B list is not gonna be this upcoming week. It's gonna be next week. Since it's already Monday because I got a funeral to go to on Saturday. I actually gotta work. Tribe is gonna be busy too, so The only review we're gonna do on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Thursday? Hold on. I think the Cesar face. I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. This shit right here.
Classic,
Mm.
classic album cover. Love the album.
For real, man. This album does not get its just due.
No,
So
it doesn't. Inspect the Deck. What he's done with them has been great.
exactly. And it's kind of crazy too because I think ever since his Wu Tang show kind of
Yeah,
ended, everyone's like on Expected X dick,
yeah.
which I don't get me wrong, I love Inspector Deck.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I saw a recent video say why Inspector Deck. He's like, the more you grow up, the more you realize Inspector Deck was the best member of the Wu. Again, I'm not mad about that, but I also had like an idea. I want to do like a top five Inspector Deck versus
Dope.
when we do this.
I don't feel like he's the best member, but he definitely was the best table setter.
Same, because there's so many deck verses I can easily pick for a top five.
Yeah.
From the Got My Mind Made Up, the OG version, niggas know about that. The Triumph, Above the Clouds. Hell, the verse he did on Cold World with Jizza. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's been in our top 100. Dartmouth, he missed it.
You said what?
He's asking us if the Superfly soundtrack was in our top 100 for the R&B list.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
It already made my list last week.
The top 10 is coming very soon. And then when we do the top 10, Ashley got some more shit to show too. So, yes, sir.
That's the Killer was dope.
I love the No Set Day album. That's another underrated album.
It was dope.
But yeah, I gotta get back to doing more Wu reviews and shit.
I mean, Deck has a lot of great verses.
If only that fucking flood never happened, that fucking album was one of the best.
Right. Yeah, we think it would be. I mean, who knows? You know.
Well, just judging from that song he did on the Tales from the Hood soundtrack.
Wow. And he had the Spider-Man concept for the album.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
I'm still bugged out that Ghost didn't care for the Iron Man album.
That's insane.
And it got me into an idea. I want to do a list where it's like top rappers that don't like the albums that's deemed a classic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I told you this.
No, you didn't tell me. I'm just not hearing it now.
Oh, I told some. I must have was talking to myself. But
Cavace is insane too for even saying he don't like that album.
you said what?
I said Cavace is insane for even saying he don't like the album.
Yo, I want to have him on there. I want to have him on the show again because that nigga was doing a lot of hot takes. I'm just like, nigga,
Crazy.
nigga.
He said he's the same one that said he didn't like Wu-Tang Forever when it first came out.
Well, I can kind of understand
What?
that.
I've
I
never
can.
heard that.
No. I love Wu-Tang Forever, but I've heard many people say that it took them a while for them to get into because they were expecting another 36 chambers. But you got to remember,
But
it was 4 years.
the same thing. It was just elevation.
Exactly. It was 4 years right after that shit.
It's not like he ditched the kung fu samples and got a rock band and shit. It's like the production was better.
Exactly. It was more elevated.
Right.
Nobody was doing soul samples like that in '97.
Right. He used live instrumentation for tracks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got better production because he got more money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you sell 1 million units and you go on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard nobody say that. I'm like, bro, when Wu-Tang Forever came out, it was instantly a hit when that shit came out. There was nobody I heard saying, "Oh, I can't get used to this sound," and what is RZA doing? Nah. When they were
It's their
playing
best.
joints like "It's Yours" and "Severe Punishment," we loved it. It was
It's the
great.
best selling album for a reason.
I love the fact that it was a double album and we got more Wu Tang on the album. You know what I'm saying? And You God was finally home, killing shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they had Street Life on a couple tracks and Kappa, and I loved it, man. I don't have a problem with that album at all. That's a classic.
I don't blame you.
I'm like, yo, Method Man first album is a different story. That did take some time to get used to because we didn't expect it to be dark. And
I love
and
this. Listen, on some
it
real
was
shit. But I
and
hear
the,
what you
the
said.
way that RZA mixed it was all fucked up and he just left it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it had like a gritty, dirty, dark sound to it, and he didn't have like a lot of collaborations. But when you look back at his discography, like yeah, those first two albums are his best shit,
And the Blackout album with Redman.
and the Blackout album, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? That took a while to get into the Tikal album, but Wu Tang Forever now, that is great. Iron Man was like the what Cuban Link is like the mafioso album.
Yeah,
Iron Man is the black exploitation album.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He used RZA used a lot of black exploitation samples, like stuff from like Cooley High, and it was just soulful and having the Dolphonics on there and shit, and Force MDs, and that's the cousin album to Cuban Link.
I agree.
If Ghost didn't like it, I don't know because RZA was doing everybody's album all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like just think like, oh, if he had time now, how the fuck would that album sound if he did have time to do it?
After the smoke is clear. That's my Woo.
You know what I mean?
Poisonous Darth, nigga. Come on.
Come on, man. Winter Wars, Assassination Day. He ain't even on that track, and it was still fire.
Motherless.
Motherless
Well,
Child. Come on,
that was
man.
on the Sunset Park album though,
Yeah.
originally.
How could you not love that album? I don't. It's crazy.
Kimay, yes, Sam Kimay.
Yeah, May was great.
But honestly, I've heard many diehard Wolf heads say that they don't. See, it's crazy because niggas say they don't like that song, but they love Shit Shit La Ghost, which I like Shit Shit La Ghost, but that it took me a while to get into that song.
Cammy was fire, man. I loved it.
That Teddy Pendergrass sample though. Ooh.
Yeah. Like and Ghost had a knack for doing like the real sexy joints for the women. You know what I'm saying? The Cammy joint, he had a joint called Jellyfish. I think that was on the Fish Scale album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had the Miranda joint on the Wu Massacre album.
The whole Ghost Dini album.
Yeah, like he just had a knack for joints for the women like that. So I don't understand that.
Honestly, man, the most underrated Ghostface album, the Big Doe Rehab from 2007.
Yeah, that was dope. Yolanda's House, that was my joint on there.
I'll die for you, man.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Hell, finding a it's kind of hard finding a good Wu album after 01.
Ray was it wasn't Ray carrying the Wu, it was Ghostface. Ray
So
Ray was fucking up with shit like Lex Diamonds.
oh my god,
That's one of his worst albums.
that one and the one with that gold statue.
Yeah, the Fly International.
Oh my
I don't
god,
like that shit either. Ghost is the most consistent. He was coming out with nothing but consistent heat.
all right, I'm gonna stay for about 7 more minutes. What do you think of Buckshot's The BDI Thug? I'm curious.
It has some joints. I remember what's his name? Mobility sent me that album like a couple years ago. It has some joints, but it's not like his best album.
Yeah,
I love the albums with Ninth Wonder. I think those are like the best Buckshot stuff.
I agree, 100%. BDI Thug, that was around the time when the I don't know. It's like once the Boot Camp Play dropped that For
Hmm.
the People album,
Yeah.
it a lot of the albums minus Black Moon's War Zone was
Hmm.
very hit or miss, especially without the beat minus input, in my opinion.
Yeah. I didn't. That's when they had gotten that deal with Mark Echo, and they were like
Yeah,
wearing nothing but Mark Echo back then and shit. And I didn't understand the whole concept of the album or whatever. The production
yeah.
wasn't good. Nah, it's not.
I
It's
even
still not Ray.
like
Ghost
Total
is still
Eclipse.
making better albums than Ray. It's still not Ray. You know, Ray. What's the last time Ray had a great album?
I haven't even heard the recent album with the cartoon cover and
No.
shit.
What is that? I remember when that shit. That shit. It was like generic shit. He had on that album. He still ain't got nothing good right now.
Shit.
It's still Ghost for me. Ghost is the most consistent.
Yeah, to me, Shaolin versus the Wu Tang, that was like his last great album. To be real with you, everything else was kind of hit or
Yeah,
miss.
yeah. Right. Shaolin versus Wu Tang. That was fire. He had a joint with Nas on there.
Yep.
Rich and Black. The Wild. I didn't like that one.
I can
That
go
shit.
keep
The
links too.
production
But
was
I can't really
generic for
talk
me.
about that.
The album cover was
That
nice,
was
but the
that was
production was generic. It was like the same type of beats he used before. Then he was doing shit with like 2 Chains, and I'm like, come on,
oh
man.
god.
Come on, B. They were like trying to collaborate with anybody.
Didn't he do a song with Justin Bieber or a remix or something?
That was the Kanye West joint that was unreleased.
I'm like, baseball.
It
What
was
the?
it was him and Bieber and Kanye. That was for the beautiful my beautiful dark twisted fantasy unreleased joints.
Ah,
Mm.
another rapper that didn't like a certain album.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that Big Daddy Kane didn't care too much for Taste of Chocolate or Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness, I love. He picked the wrong singles because he was going radio with that shit.
Yeah,
But that other than the radio joints, the whole album is fire.
exactly.
The Taste of
Taste of
Chocolate,
Chocolate? That's another story.
yeah, Taste of Chocolate is a different story.
Yeah. 'Cause you know what's crazy? A lot of hip hop heads say Prince of Darkness was his weakest album.
Nah,
They
fuck
always
no.
say that shit.
Veterans Day was
I
his
look at
weakest
myself
album.
like, for a while I believed it, but then I heard Float, I heard Come On Down, Raw
Yeah,
91,
yeah.
ooh, ah, nah
Get
nah nah
busy,
nah. Come on, man.
get busy.
Yes.
He had what's the joint? The float on joint.
Yes. Oh my god.
He had
I love-
joints on there. You know what I'm saying? The radio singles he picked because he was like going mainstream, and I didn't like that shit. I didn't like none of those singles he was doing.
And the reason why he don't like those albums was because he realized he was in a bad deal with Coach Chillin, so he kind of rushed those albums just to get out the contract. That's crazy.
What's his excuse for Veterans Day?
He was on a bad label, Joe Jett. Dude.
That's his worst one. That's his worst album ever.
I agree. Daddy's Home, I like Daddy's Home, but there was some punchlines I did not care for on that.
Daddy's song was fire. The Easy Mo B and LG did the production.
Because if I fart on a record, trust me, nigga, it will sound. I'm like, hey, what the fuck?
He had the show improved joint. In the PJs. That's a decent out. That's a lot better than Veterans Day.
Yeah,
They
but it
didn't,
looks
they
like
didn't give him a promotion though. They didn't promote it.
a job for it. That was
Yeah.
To me. I don't give a fuck. That's an arguable classic to me.
That was fire. That was fire. Definitely.
Again, who else? Who else? Coogee Rap. He don't like 456.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
because I was reading Superhead's book and shit, and she was talking about like during he was making that album, he felt like he rushed it. They said he felt like he rushed it and stuff. And I heard him say that in interviews too.
He rushed it.
Yeah.
What was he? It's not like he was coming out with shit at that time. So how did he
Well,
rush out?
because Cold Chillin' was that was like one of the last albums from Cold Chillin' label and stuff too. Because I think he was on an Epic Street with that Cold Chillin' deal.
Right.
So
Oh yeah, that's right. They had the subdivision.
yeah,
Yeah.
but honestly, man, unpopular opinion, I kind of prefer Roots of Evil over four, five,
Roots of
six.
Evil was great. The storytelling was
Yes,
phenomenal on that album. The production, that's a true mafioso album.
I I agree. That's the
You know what I'm
mafia
saying?
album niggas don't even talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Those two are his best for me. Roots of Evil and 456.
Honestly, I even like the shit he did with Necro too. That was hot.
Oh, the Godfather's a rap.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
hot.
that was dope. That was dope.
Who else? Who else?
Um, thoughts on the Out of Place track Marvel? Why is it out of place?
Who says it's out of place, nigga? What?
Out of place how? Oh
Q
man,
said Eminem did not like Encore and Relapse. Well, I didn't like Encore, so that's not
that's
surprising to me.
understandable.
Relapse, I liked Relapse. I just didn't like the Jamaican voice he was doing.
He had the like that Pakistani voice and shit on there.
Wow.
He had a fascination with that voice at that time. I don't know why.
He relapsed on drugs
Like
and shit.
trying to sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger and fucking Pakistani people. I'm like, what is he doing?
Like Marshall, what are you doing, Marshall?
It's not needed.
Right. Dartmouth said thoughts on Tribe's last album before your service. I like the album. I actually did a review on that album too, so check that out.
Definitely a dope album.
Way better than the Love Movement.
Yeah, definitely. They supposed to have another album coming out.
Oh god, oh my. I don't
I
know
don't
about
I
that.
don't know I don't know. I haven't heard nothing from it. There was a schedule that Q-Tip had. He had like 4 or 5 albums and one of those was the next Tribe album, and I don't know what the hell is gonna be on that because unless they got shit from Fife before he died, I don't know what kind of Tribe album that's gonna be.
Right.
It ain't gonna be the same if Fife ain't on it.
DJ Quick don't like balance and options. Wow.
That was fire too.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yes, supposed to be another album from them.
After the smoke is clear. Okay. Which album is Tribe's best album? I'm a low end theory kind of guy.
It's Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders for me. Those two.
Okay, I'm gonna answer a few more people. You listen to Cannabis's first album, It Was Okay, the Beats Ruined It. Oh hell yeah.
The whole
That
album.
why I don't know who told Wyclef the next Dr. Dre. I don't know who told people that.
Wow.
I'd rather go to the Hitman than Wyclef.
Wyclef thought he was Primo and Pete Rock.
Now, granted, the Cannot Bust album did have some joints though. I'm not gonna hold you, but
Who has
still,
the best Wu solo? Raekwon has the best Wu solo.
I gotta go with Jizza, Liquid Swords.
Liquid Source is great. I love it.
Of course, we all know why Redman don't like Darius or Dark Side.
and why I don't like it. So I'm with Redman. That's definitely gonna be on the list.
Oh yeah.
That might be my number one. Look, Iron Man way better than that shit. One of the finest R&B singers ever, Tony Braxton. Fine. She look
Facts.
fine in person.
Facts.
You know what? I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna say Jasmine Sullivan.
She fine
Mm,
too.
yep.
Before the weight loss or after?
Well, are you talking about finest as in sexy or finest as in like
I,
vocally?
I think I'm going by sexy. That's what I'm going by.
Well, then after the weight loss, then okay.
Okay. Yeah, she cute.
After the smoke is clear. Oh, I
She still got it. She still
Kumo
got
D.
it.
Kumo D don't like the Funky Wisdom album, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't like none of his albums. I'm with him on that. You know,
Yeah. I actually like the Funky Wisdom.
still put yourself number one on the list. How you put yourself number one on the list? For what?
Actually, it was number 5 though.
Number five?
Yeah.
He ain't no top five, man. He's capping.
Kumo D.
He's not top five.
My favorite one is Knowledge is King. That's my album from him. All right. Now, I don't like none of his album. He just said that point like third.
You know,
Okay. I done all my packing for now. All right. You know what? It's already 1 hour. I'm gonna end off this video right here. Well, thank y'all for watching this review we done. One of my favorite Shalamar albums, not one of Char's favorites. You know what I'm saying? Few announcements. Yes, I'm gonna go on a little vacation. Monday and Tuesday, I'll be back Wednesday. It's a 50-50 chance I might do a late night stream. I don't know yet, so don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? Thursday, we're going to talk about the Cesar Face album from Inspector and 7L and Esoteric. So really can't wait to talk about that record. That's going to be midnight since I get off at 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And then that next week Sunday is going to be Shalamar's Friends, Try's favorite album. You know, he said that shit was confident. Like, yes,
a better album.
And I admit it possibly is gonna be my favorite album too. You know what I'm saying? I go back and forth with this one, with that one, or Three for Love. You know what I'm saying? But Friends might be a contender. You know what I'm saying? I really can't wait to talk about that album.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for some more dope content. You know what I'm saying? That Go For It album, that album's actually out of print. You know what I'm saying? But
who's rushing about it?
well, I was happy as hell when I found it on vinyl. So shit, excuse me, excuse the fuck out of me and shit. But you know, thank y'all so much for watching this video. Oh, and shout out to Mike again. Make sure y'all subscribe to both Mike. Make sure you subscribe to That Ain't Rap podcast.
Weird Science is a classic.
Yes.
Classic 80s one.
Weird Science.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a great film.
I never seen that one.
Never seen Weird Science?
Nah.
What?
Ooh, yeah, that you got
Watch that tonight. Watch that tonight. Hilarious.
Shit,
Yeah.
Isn't that the movie where he makes a girl or some shit? Like,
Kelly,
Yep.
Kelly, what's her name? Kelly
LeBlanc.
Yeah. Hilarious.
I might add that. I might add that.
Young Robert Downey Jr.'s in that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great
Oh,
film.
you know what? I'll put that on my list.
We might have to do a review on that.
Mm.
That's how much I love it.
Oh, I'm down. I'm
Top,
down to
top
do.
5 '80s film because I grew up watching that a lot.
You said top
That's
5 '80s
yes,
film.
top 5 '80s film definitely.
Mm,
That's a great film.
mm.
It's comedy, sci-fi is great.
I'll have to. I'll definitely. I'll be the judge of that. Cause
Everything can't have Billy D. Williams in it.
oh.
Hey.
Of course, you gotta,
Oh
you gotta throw in one
man.
of the best actors of all time. You gotta throw in
Fact.
that.
Yeah, for Star Wars.
What?
He was more than Star Wars, my nigga.
He was Star Wars to me. That was my intro to him.
He was Mm. One of the greatest actors of all time. You better put some respect on Billy D's name and shit.
Wow. Mando Calrissian.
He's a living legend.
I think I'm gonna buy that action figure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I definitely want to talk about The Jerk one day, if y'all down.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
down
one with Steve Martin and
Bernadette Peters.
Yeah, I did see that back in the day. He did some goofy shit though.
He did.
He did goofy movies, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You
Steve Martin.
So what?
He did a lot of goofy films and shit. Remember he had Roxanne with he had like the long nose.
God, with that.
What was that about? Why didn't they just name him Pinocchio? Like, why did he have the long nose again? I saw that film like years ago. I forgot what happened.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna check out this Weird Science during my vacation. Oh, one more thing. So next week I'm definitely gonna probably do the Honeymooners breakdown. I'm definitely gonna do that one.
Great show.
Yeah.
Another great show. Something that I like for once.
Yeah, after Honeymooners, we're gonna talk about another show I like.
Oh God.
Yes.
I'm not gonna show up at all. I'm not showing up for it.
I'll show up to that one.
I'm gonna be in the chat just watching.
I mean, just give your thought. Give your honest thoughts. That's all I have.
I don't like it. That's my thoughts.
Wow.
After A Different World went off, I turned the channel because it was like, oh God. They had a great lineup with Cosby in A Different World and ruined it with Cheers on Thursday night.
Cheers was a cultural milestone, my nigga.
For white people?
No, it was not just for white
people.
people.
You're the only black person I know that was watching Cheers.
No, a lot of black people watch Cheers.
I don't know any Negro that was watching Cheers back then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any.
I ain't like every nigga and shit. Damn.
That's for damn sure.
Mind you, at first I didn't like Cheers when I was little, but then I watched.
What made you like it?
The writing, the acting,
the
style of the show.
You didn't like it when you were little. So when you got older, you liked it.
Yeah, when I got older, I liked it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Shit.
I don't like it now when I'm older. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. Some things don't change.
You and it. I had to sit through while you disrespected Taxi. Don't be coming up to disrespect.
Oh my God! I told you, if it wasn't for you, I would not even be on because I didn't watch these shows like that.
Taxi walks so Cheers can run. That's all I have to say.
That was a depressing show. That was depressing. That was depressing.
It was depressing, but it was funny.
It was depressingly funny. It's like if you're depressed, watch that because then you'll get a laugh out of it.
Oh man!
You said taxi crawls so Cheers can walk.
Taxi walks so Cheers can run because most of the same writers and creators were working on Taxi before Cheers.
Oh boy!
Exactly. So you got to think Taxi.
It makes me no difference because I didn't watch none of them. Who wrote it?
Do I have to show y'all the soundtrack of Taxi again?
The theme song I like. I like the theme song. What's crazy? I like the theme song for both of those shows.
But you don't like the
Theme
actual
songs are
show.
memorable. Like back in the '80s, they had the memorable theme songs.
Yeah, they sure
But
did.
some of those shows were like, oh god, like Charles and
Yo,
Charles. That's a classic theme song.
no, it's
Yes.
no, it's
Yes, it
Yeah.
not.
is. What you
I
mean?
I
love
hate
that. I
I
love that
hate
theme
that show.
You don't like
I
Charles
hate
and
that
Charles?
theme song. I hate Scott Baio.
What?
Hold up, don't you? Aren't you a fan of Happy Days?
Yeah, but that don't mean I watch it for Scott Baio.
You watched it for the Fonz,
Because the Fonz was a G.
and
I
if the
mostly
Fonz
watched
wasn't
it.
on there, you wouldn't watch it at all, right?
Honestly, as much as I like the Fonz, my favorite character was always been Richie. I don't give a fuck
Oh,
what no one says.
yeah,
I can't get mad about that.
yeah.
Because Richie was that all around, go around, happy white boy and shit. Him and the Fonz together was just made a dynamite. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the one with the red hair?
Yeah, Ron Howard. Yeah.
My mother went to school with him.
Get out.
She went to high school with him. Yeah, she went to high school.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
Because he went to high school in Brooklyn.
That's
Oh
awesome.
wow. I never knew that. Wow.
Yeah, that's the only reason that I know who he is. And then he became a director later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Richie and the Fonz, man. Those are my fuck Chachi. I never liked Chachi. First of all, that name means dick in Italy, so it's the reason why the show is hugely popular in Italy.
Yeah, I don't feel like Chachi and I don't feel like Joni and Chachi was the best characters out there. I feel like it was
Not really.
Joni. I feel like when they paired up with Chachi, they didn't know what to do with her.
Right. And they end up giving them their own spinoff anyway.
We saw how long that lasted. I heard that theme song. That's a bad theme song.
What?
God damn.
For the spinoff?
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched the show.
I never watched the show either. I heard that theme song. I turned it off.
Wow.
I turned it off and I watched some Taxi.
Yes.
Shit. But other than that,
that's great.
Thank y'all so much for watching the show.
Are we doing all the seasons for Honeymooners or no?
Yeah, like we always do. We're gonna talk about like the shorts and then the sitcom and the impact. You know,
right.
This one might be a little different because, like I said, the Honeymooners originally started off as a sketch and went on like the Jackie Gleason show and shit like that too. So it might be a little different. I mean, that's why I'm still trying to iron some shit out. But yeah.
And we got to talk about how Ralph Cramden was a wife beater on the low. I mean, for me, I got wife beater vibes from the show.
Man, he never
You
hit
don't think
Alice.
he ever hit Alice? That's bullshit.
He said that shit just out of anger. He knows Alice.
No, he definitely hit Alice. They didn't show it.
What do you mean?
Because if he hit Alice, you know what that would have been? That would have been the white version of Good Times.
Wow. Well, honestly, the Honeymooners was like an early influence for them Norman Lear show. So,
right.
Because I saw this dope comment. It was like the Honeymooners was a 70s sitcom in the 1950s setting, and I wholeheartedly agree with that shit.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Because compare that show to like Leave It to Beaver, I Love Lucy. This show was like more louder. Honeymooners was more loud and abrasive and shit.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Let me get some meditation in before I get some shit done. Hope y'all have a good night. I will see y'all on Thursday.
All right.
I might do a live stream on Wednesday. Let me see how I'm feeling, but y'all don't be bothering me on my vacation and shit. That's all I gotta say. Not trying, Mike, because y'all good, but I'm just talking about niggas.
Just mute your phone so nobody bothers.
Oh yeah. Oh, you bet your ass I'm gonna put my phone on do not disturb. You bet your motherfucking ass. I'll be drinking some tequila in Myrtle Beach. Then going to the Janet Jackson concert. You bet your motherfucking ass.
When is the concert?
Tuesday.
Y'all
saw my outfit for the concert, right? Y'all saw that shit.
You say you're going to Myrtle Beach?
Oh yeah, you sent me the picture for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's definitely dope.
Appreciate that, man.
You say you're going to Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, I might go to Myrtle Beach that Wednesday. I might have a little day trip to the beach.
I'm going there in like September.
Nice.
Oh, word.
vacation.
That's where they used to have bike week at.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm like 3 hours from Myrtle Beach and shit. So, yo,
Right.
hit me up, man. Hit me up.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
Dartmouth said, "Do you meditate with music or in silence? Both. As long as I'm meditating and shit, that's
you
all
meditate
good."
in the dark like Aaron Rodgers do.
Who's
he
Aaron
med-
Rodgers?
yeah, the quarterback. He supposedly he has like he meditates in like for like weeks in the dark and shit.
What?
No, I don't do all that shit. No, I gotta eat. I gotta eat, man. I don't do all that. I don't do all that shit. That's some other shit he do. Nah,
Mm,
nigga.
mm, mm, mm,
The
mm.
most I've ever meditated was like for an hour,
Right.
honestly. But
He's crazy.
yeah, man. Sometimes I just need a moment to myself, and I just be meditating in the bathroom or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yo,
hope everyone has a good night. I will see y'all on Thursday or Wednesday, whatever. Oh, I
yo.
forgot. Bel Air season finale is this Thursday too. So
All right.
you know what we gotta do. Gotta talk
Yeah.
about the season probably next week. So
Yeah.
you know what we gotta do. You know what we
Yeah.
gotta do. All right, but for real though, hope y'all have a good night. I will see
Peace, Mike.
y'all later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Taxi's still the greatest show ever.
Facts.
Peace.
Peace out. Peace.